Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with round 9 of the F2 2019 Mick Schumacher career mode, and this weekend we head to the Belgian Grand Prix. Obviously in real life this weekend unfortunately didn't quite go as I think anyone was hoping or expecting to, in all honesty, but hopefully in the Mick Schumacher career mode we can have a bit of a better time out obviously of this weekend and hopefully see, you know, some of the racing that unfortunately we did miss out in the real life Grand Prix. But currently in the World Championship we now lead the way by 30 points over Nyck de Vries and Luca Giotto. This weekend is all about trying to just slowly but surely build up that margin. You know, Nyck de Vries is incredibly quick in this series, so hopefully we can see if we can hold on.
Welcome back to F2. It's qualifying and everyone here has their eye on the 4 points for pole position tomorrow.
So here we are then, ready for the Belgian Grand Prix qualifying session. And, you know, every time we come to this track, it's a common occurrence on this channel. You know, I do like to remind you guys just how much I do enjoy this circuit. So if there's anywhere that we should potentially be within a shot of pole, I think this weekend at the Belgian Grand Prix is going to be where it is at. Let's do this thing then. We start here, obviously for the one-shot qualifying. Let's see if we can get a good lap hooked up on the run down towards turn 1. It's been obviously a little while since I last drove these cars. Obviously in real life Formula 1, everyone will have just come off the summer break, so, you know, everyone's probably a little bit rusty. Forget what these cars are capable of as we head down in towards Eau Rouge and rally on for the first time this weekend. Getting a little bit loose there, but that's okay. And as we head out on to the Camel Straight, you can see upwards of 200 miles an hour at the end of the straight. 195, 196, 197 miles an hour. Brake just at the curbing. And then through the, I think, is this the Fagnes chicane? I can't remember, in all honesty. I know some corners around Spa, but not all of them. I think the Fagnes chicane might be the one after Pouhon here. Down in towards the hairpin there, you can see just struggling a little bit with the front lock in there and trying to get the power down as we now head through Noning, getting as close to the wall as we dare. You can normally get away with that on F1 2019. This time round we have been able to, down into Pouhon, obviously only a lift in a Formula 1 car, but you know, these, you know, the really high downforce corners are where you notice the big difference between a Formula 1 and a Formula 2 car. Just braking actually at my F1 point rather than the F2 line through there. A little bit of a mistake, but so far it's been an okay lap. Again, just struggling with the understeer as I try to pick up a good line there, and you can see we were currently up in pole there, but we've lost that now to Sergio Sette Camera as we head up in towards the final couple of corners of the lap. Can we potentially close back up some ground here as we head through Blanchimont there, completely pinned despite having a bit of a wobble on the entry there. Braking just before the 100 meter board. Really just check it in to, oh my god, that is the Tiamat line I think through there. At the final corner, we haven't gained anything out of it unfortunately. So it is P6 at the end of qualifying there for the Belgian Grand Prix. Not the best qualifying session in the world, but we were quite close to pole position nonetheless though, so I will take it.
Before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top 3, which are Sette Camera, de Vries and Luca Giotto. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the feature race tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So Sette Camera picks up the 4 points, Fort Dams there, and obviously I forgot we're actually in a titanic battle with them in the constructors fight as well. I think the gap coming into this weekend was, yeah, 8 points now. It was only 4 heading in to this weekend there. But yeah, Sette Camera pole position, down in 6th place, only 4/10 back. The gap between, I think, 1st and 12th is closer than the gap between 1st and 2nd in the real life 2019 Formula 1 Grand Prix weekend. But it's time. We're here at Spa. Let's do it.
Located in the Ardennes countryside, Spa has been hosting races for almost a century. and it's revered by drivers and fans alike. So it's a joy to be here today as we prepare for the next thrilling instalment in the Formula 2 race calendar. So here we are again, a whopping 4.35 miles of track here at Spa, featuring long straights, some seriously fast corners, and some massive elevation changes. This is a track that routinely delivers high-quality racing, and we'll be hoping to see just that from our young F2 drivers today. Davide, is there anything we should be looking for in today's race? The teams are all very competitive at the moment, so are we about to witness a push from anyone in particular?
Hi Alex, the team will have been studying everyone else out there very carefully, so I think we are in for a very interesting event today. I can't wait to see how this race unfolds.
Let's look at the grid order for today's race while the cars make their final preparations. A fantastic effort from Sergio Sette Camara yesterday puts him on pole position. And P2 goes to Nyck de Vries, a strong showing from the Dutch driver. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ghiotto, Latifi, Louis Delatraz, and Schumacher, Joe, Hubert, Aitken, Jordan King, Galeo, Matsushita, Dorian Boccolacci, and Boschong, Mazepin, Alesi, Correa, and Callum Islands. Calderon, Mahavir Raghunathan starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, remember to brake early for turn 1, as the pack's gonna bunch up. There's plenty of runoff if things get too close.
So here we are then on the grid, ready for the Belgian Grand Prix. And a fairly textbook one-stop strategy, like we always see from the F2 series, but 13 laps ahead of us around the Ardennes Forest. You know, the best track on the Formula 1 calendar. And if, to be honest, if you think otherwise, you're just wrong at the end of the day. But really, really looking forward to this one nonetheless. Though hopefully we can get a good start and potentially pass a couple of cars up the Kemmel Straight. But we're ready on the grid for the Belgian Grand Prix. It is 5 lights, and it is a lights out, and away we go. They're trying to watch the wheel spin off the start. Not a particularly great getaway, but I don't think we can expect that in this series there, but only losing the 1 place, which is better than we've had in a lot of recent weeks, getting a huge amount of oversteer on the exit there, but that potentially might not do us too much harm, because we can get quite a good slingshot through Eau Rouge first time around. There you can see leaders going side by side, struggling with the understeer there. Oh my god, a huge wobble at 175 miles an hour, but we somehow keep it going in the right direction here, and now we're in the slipstream as we head up the Kemmel Straight. We're going to have a look to the outside of Guan Yu Zhou, 3 wide for the race lead there. Ghiotto, is he going to go around? He is just about going to hold on to it, I think. And have we picked up some places there? I think we have in all the chaos. Probably, to be honest, I think there was an illegal overtake in there somewhere, but we've got away with it. And poor Ghiotto, I think we've jinxed him in this series, in all honesty. We always called him the consistency man. And a DNF last weekend now, and now he's been put to the rear of the field. It's going to be interesting to see where he can recover to in this Grand Prix there. But yeah, really not the start to the race that he needed as we head down the hill here. But a good start for ourselves all the way up onto the podium, with now our main title rivals, well, one of our main title rivals, Sette Camara, not quite in the fight at the moment here. And yeah, Ghiotto, that's very big implications for his championship hunt as we head in towards the final sector of lap 1 though. We're just over a second behind Sette Camara. Let's see if we can close that down. Coming up towards the end of lap 2 though, and it's been a really difficult lap here, just trying to get absolutely everything out of the car so we can keep in the DRS of the 2 in front, but only about 8/10 back from Sette Camara here. DRS is now activated, so hopefully, obviously, once we get that DRS, it should allow us to stick a lot closer to them. I've made a bit of a mistake though through turn 1. I don't know if I'm going to be close enough now actually to get the DRS on the pair of mirrors. We get all kinds of loose through Eau Rouge and Radion once again there, but we do have the DRS just about. That should hopefully bring both myself and Sette Camara just that bit closer to Nyck de Vries as we head up towards the top of the hill here. And yeah, de Vries now really under pressure from Sette Camara here. We just need to keep it clean, keep it tidy and try to capitalise where we can as we head down the hill. Once again, you can see just how much we're closing up to the pair of them as we head down the hill here. De Vries is going to really struggle. It's such a slipstream-orientated circuit in the Formula 2 cars. I always say Monza is the only track on this game where it almost, you've almost got to employ oval racing strategies into it. But Spa and the Formula 2s, as we get a very good run on Sete Camera, that we're going to bail out of that one, is probably not far off as well. But let's see if we can potentially open up a bit of a move on Sete Camera here. Really trying to use up all of the track space as best as possible here. That's how you find time around this circuit. You've just got to open it up and be committed there as we get very close to the outside wall of the exit of Stabilo there. But as you can see, heading up in towards Blanchimont, are we able to get a bit of a run? We're going to have a look up the inside of Sete Camera there. Full send up the inside and taking no prisoners there. That is us now up into P2 of the Grand Prix, and then we've now got one man ahead of us. It is the main title rival. It is Nick De Vries here, and we've got the DRS on him. Surely a potential move up the back straight is going to be possible here as long as we get a good run through turn 1. Just trying to get the power down as tidily as possible there. A little bit of a mistake on the exit, but come on, we can do this. DRS. We are definitely within that DRS zone. Can we get a good run through Eau Rouge? Radion sparking away just up in front of us here, but I think that seems like it could be possible here. 185 miles an hour. Let's watch that speed climb. You see how much we're closing up to Nick De Vries here. 200 miles an hour as we head down the Kemmel Straight side by side, even on the break in there. But around the outside we go, and we are now up into the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. 6th to 1st. In 4 laps here. Now we need to try and break that toe. Have we been able to build up a little bit of a gap over Nick De Vries here? No, we definitely have not. And you can see everyone is bunching together here. The team want me to pit at the end of this lap, and I think I'm going to listen to them at the moment here. But yeah, Nick De Vries might be able to get a very good run up the back straight, but will, be able to set a camera, potentially be able to follow him past me as well. Only time will tell. We're going to have to basically line ourselves up defensively off the exit of Eau Rouge and Radion here. We're going to pull to the right hand side, and we are going to absolutely stay here up the Kemmel Straight, trying to break the toe as best as possible here. And look at that, Nick De Vries actually struggling to get up into the slipstream there. So we're going to go back over towards the racing line. He still tried to have a bit of a look up the inside there, and I mean, we broke as late as possible, and with the overspeed he had, I don't think he was going to be able to get it stopped if he broke much later than that. So now the hunter has become the hunted in this race. We need to see if we can build up a 1 second gap, but hopefully at the end of this lap we will be pitting. A little bit of understeer there. That's not quite what we needed. Up in towards Blanchimont then, and hopefully, please don't get held up in the pit lane here as we head down in towards the bus stop chicane. Get it slowed down nice and tidily here. Getting ready for our one and hopefully only stop of the Grand Prix there. De Vries stays out. Latifi stays out. Sete Camera does follow us in. And make sure we get it stopped on the marks there. Quite a few cars are coming into the pit lane, but not as many as I was expecting. We've got yellow flags out as well. Now this is being recorded on the 1.20 patch there. Giuliano Alesi is out of the Grand Prix, so we could see some more safety cars now on F1 2019. But are we going to get held in the pit lane? That is the big question here. Let's go. 6.0, that's one of, I think, the best stops we've had all season. I don't think we've been held up. There is Giuliano Alesi off the exit of turn 1. Safety car! Safety car's been deployed! No! That's not what we needed. We're going to lose so much out over this. The safety car, that might have just gifted Nick De Vries the victory here. That is going to give us such a lot of work in the second half of this Grand Prix. I don't get why it took so long for it to be called out, but that is a dramatic twist, like the Belgian Grand Prix often provides. It looks like Zhou and I'm guessing Delatraz have been able to get past Sete Camera as well there, but this is not what we needed. So there we go. Now the Delta's gone. Where are we going to come out in this Grand Prix? Doesn't actually look like we've lost out as much as I thought we would. Latifi and De Vries Actually, the only two people to get the jump on me there. Hubert's bumped himself up into P4. My teammate Galeil's hopefully gained out of this as well. That's not gone as badly as I was expecting it to. What is De Vries doing? Get on with it, buddy. Come on, De Vries. What are you doing? Very odd. But I guess the new F1 patch is working well. The safety car out in this Belgian Grand Prix. I mean, I think this is the second safety car we've had this series. We did have one at the Monaco Grand Prix because there was a roadblock, in all fairness. But definitely, yeah, the new patch has done its job. End of lap 8 then, the safety car is going to be coming in on the end of this lap. So we're going to have 5 laps of racing, just over 21 miles around this high-speed Belgian Grand Prix circuit. And we are currently in P3. Latifi, he was not within a shot, or at least he wasn't in a very, very predictable shot of winning this Grand Prix. But the safety car has really, really worked out in his favour, as well as a few of the drivers behind us. I'm sure people like Hubert, Joe and Aitken are going to be looking to try and capitalise after this window here. But prepare to resume racing. I think Latifi is going for it as soon as possible here as we head down through the final chicane, and he'll want to be looking to try and break a little bit of a window here before the DRS gets enabled there. But it is lights out and away we go once again. Green flag racing here at the Belgian Grand Prix circuit. We need to stick close to these guys as best as possible as we head down the hill for the first time here. You can see Latifi trying to build up a little bit of a margin, but I think De Vries, he's much closer to Latifi than I am to De Vries. But we get a very, very good run through the Eau Rouge and Ragnon complex once again there. And hopefully we can just try to stick within that 1 second window and capitalise on these two as we get closer to the end of the race with the help of the DRS. I think there's more yellow flags out as we head towards the end of lap 9 here. But you can see we are still all over the back of De Vries and Latifi there. And what is going on towards the rear of the field there? I think that's the other trident. Boshung is out of the Grand Prix there. De Vries sets the fastest lap of the race. And are we going to get another safety car here, perhaps? Probably not ideal for myself, because that would probably only open up 1 lap of racing at the end of this Grand Prix there. But yeah, Boshung out, both tridents, if I'm not mistaken, out of this Grand Prix here. But we are holding the gap quite nicely to De Vries and Sete Camera here, as you can see, heading up the Kemmel Straight once again. Then we have got a really good run this time round. We're starting to break away from Hubert just behind us here as we break just at the 100 metre board. Purple again by 2/10 as we get to the top of the hill here. But we need to wait for the DRS. That's going to be when we can strike. Towards the end of lap 10 though, and it looks like we've actually got a really good run on De Vries here. We might not have to wait for the DRS to be reactivated. We're going to try and do what we did to Sete Camera earlier on, and before we've even got in towards Blanchimont, but most of the way past the ART driver there. So we're now up into P2. We're now back past both of our main title rivals here. 3 laps to go. Can we potentially overhaul Latifi as well here? Is the DRS, it should be activated again. Yes, it is. Fastest lap of the Grand Prix, though, for ourselves. And DRS, yes, is now back as well. So we got 3 laps to go. And, I mean, hopefully now we can try and make that past on Latifi. We're not going to waste any time if we don't need to here as we head down the hill, 180 miles an hour in towards Eau Rouge there. Really have to open up the entrance to get the turn in and the rotation through there. The downforce just isn't enough in these Formula 2 cars for the most part. But in the DRS now, Latifi, he's aware of it. Defensive 200 miles an hour as we reach the top of the Kemmel Straight there, but all the way past him before we've even got into the braking zone there. The overdrive in comparison to Latifi as we get a huge, huge squirm through the next couple of corners there. But 2 cars in half a lap. We're now back up in the lead of this Belgian Grand Prix. I thought the safety car was going to completely screw us, but we've opened up a shot for a race victory again. But now again, the hunter becomes the hunted. 2 laps to go then of this Grand Prix, and you can see we've got a 6/10 margin over Latifi there. He's only another 3/10 up out on De Vries. So, I mean, at the moment, we wouldn't be able to break the DRS from De Vries, let alone Latifi. As we head down the hill, though, is Latifi going to be able to get close enough to go for anything as we head up the Camel Straight. We need to try and get a good run through nice and clean and tidy that time round. Let's see if De Vries can close in on us as best as possible. He's a long way back at the moment, but the DRS is so strong around this place. But he hasn't got close enough this time round. We've still got a 4/10 margin over the Canadian here as we head through the chicane. But, oh, we've done that again. Just getting on the power ever so slightly too early there, and it's really upsetting the rear. And look at that. I can't even think of the words anymore. Latifi straight all over the gearbox again. Latifi still very much in the slipstream here as we head up in towards Blanchimont for the penultimate time in this Grand Prix. They're actually dipping a wheel on the grass on the outside. That's going to help him out quite a bit as well. Latifi's going to be all over the back of the series. He's actually going to have a look around the outside in towards the final chicane. No way of the AI just being able to try and pull that off on us. It's going to be a drag race at the final corner there. We're still just about in the lead of this Grand Prix there with 1 lap to go. Is Latifi going to be able to get close enough to do anything? Surely this is his shot to try and get back past us here. We've got a good drive off the exit of the La Source hairpin though. Can we get a bit of a run? Latifi is so close. We're going to have to really go very defensive through the Camel Straight here down in towards the chicane. Is Latifi going to be able to get close enough again though? He's a little bit further back now. Struggles a bit for confidence through Eau Rouge. I don't think we need to go defensive just yet here. We have held on in towards the braking zone again. The gap just 0.2 of a second ahead of Latifi there, but a messy run, 3rd time in a row through the chicane here. And now we head into the downhill section. Hopefully we can just try and minimise the mistakes and hold on to the race lead here, because I mean the only other real shot he's got is down in towards the bus stop chicane at the end of the lap, and that requires, you know, me to make a bit of a mistake there. And look at that, Latifi struggling just a little bit here as we head down in towards Pouhon. That definitely isn't the line we need through there. Getting all kinds of loose through the corner there, just not braking just enough. Make sure we brake nice and early in through here. You know, we need to be minimising those errors. And speaking of minimising those errors, that's not where we needed to be. Contact, actually, with Latifi there. Just running a bit deep in towards the chicane there. And Latifi, no! We can't lose this with just 1 sector to go here. We need to try and get a bit of a switchback move on the Dams car. And that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Oh, the squeeze as we head up in towards Blanchimont here. Are we going to be able to hold this side by side through Blanchimont? I don't think we are. No, Latifi. I was going to try and get a bit of a switchback move on him there, but he's tried to defend. He's done it very well. Can we go full send? We're going to go for it up the inside. Latifi's still there, though. This is one of the closest finishes I think we've had all season there. But no, Latifi, he gets the drive off the exit there. De Vries almost gets us as well. Contact.
Race win. Well done.
What's happened there? Did Latifi have a pen?
Here's our winner, pulling their Prema into Parc Fermé then. What a fantastic race. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Wow. Well, there's no doubt that the race was impacted as soon as the safety car made an appearance. It was so important how the successful team today react to this situation. They were decisive and stuck to their strategy, which really helped them take an advantage.
It looks like it's time for the victory ceremony once again, as I can see the drivers beginning to make their way out for the celebrations. You can see it on their faces. It's another marvellous team win for Prema today. And now, let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Mick Schumacher, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
I go for Tatiana Calderon. She was so fast today. She really impressed me.
And now a look at the team standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders, who lose ground at the top of the table. Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
What has happened there then? Latifi, De Vries, Hubert, Aitken, Matsushita and Galale all picking up 5-second penalties there. What have they done? Ignoring yellow flags. So they all got done. So many cars got done for ignoring yellow flags. I've got no idea. Where was that? What? So you can see they all got ignoring yellow flags. 5-second time penalty. That was lap 7. So was that under the safety car period? Did they all speed under the safety car? Was there an issue with the Delta? I have got no idea what has happened to all of those drivers in this Grand Prix there, but that must be absolutely heartbreaking. Well, Latifi, I thought he won that Grand Prix, and on paper he did. Only 4.7 seconds back at the end of the day there, but it's P1 with the fastest lap at the end of the day there. Guan Yu Zhou comes through in P2 there ahead of Louis Delatraz. Latifi, heartbreak in P4 there. He's lost out on 13 points that he probably did deserve, but Sete Camara 5th, De Vries in 6th, Jordan King in 7th there ahead of Hubert, Aiken, Matsushita and my teammate Sean Galale at the end of the day there with Calderon, Boccalacci, Mazepin, Correa, Giotto, Raghunathan and Ilott finishing out the race order there, with both Tridents not making it through to the end of the Grand Prix there. That is probably the most dramatic end to a race I think I've had on F1 2019 there. But in terms of the championship, somehow we further extended our lead at the top there. Latifi and Delatraz jump past Jordan King and Hubert though in all of that. Just 7 points separate those 4 cars at the moment. That is a battle that we certainly want to keep our eye on there. And Sete Camara now just 3 points back from Giotto there. He's muscled his way back into this title fight as well, although we are slowly but surely pulling a bit of an advantage at the top there, 49 points clear. And the teams though, Dam's now just 3 points ahead of Prema there, with Virtuosi making some good ground as well in that Grand Prix ahead of ART and Carlin. But I'm lost for words after that Grand Prix. That was a crazy, crazy end to the race there. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Do get yourself subscribed if you're new around here and you do want to see more of the F2 Mick Schumacher career mode. And hopefully we will be back soon for the F2 sprint race.